Hi everyone, my name is Carl Nelson. I'm an IBM Federal Client Representative here in the Atlanta Sales Center. Today I'm going to talk to you about IBM's new strategic initiative, CAMSS, and what it means to me and how I believe that they're all interconnected. So I mentioned CAMSS. Cloud, analytics, mobile, social, and security. To me, all of these are interconnected, and I'm going to go through each one of them briefly and tell you about how they interconnect, why they're important, and one or two IBM products that we offer today are relating to them. I'm going to actually start off with mobile. We're all familiar with, our mobile devices. But did you know that 150 times a day, on average, you check that mobile device that keeps you connected to the world 24/7, that allows you to do commerce and interact with your colleagues and friends. Mobile, just like social, is generating vast amounts of metadata, or data about data. So for example, in your mobile device, you have GPS coordinates, call times, pictures that you may be taking. All of that metadata needs to be stored somewhere. But we'll get to that later. Next, or one more thing. So we have mobile, and one of the IBM products I want to talk to you about is WebSphere's WorkLight application. So in order to capitalize on the mobile movement, companies and agencies need to be able to provide applications to their consumers and businesses. So what WebSphere's WorkLight application does is it allows for one platform to design an app for all different operating systems. BlackBerry, Apple, Microsoft, Android, you name it. So a developer can create one app on one platform that is available at all mobile devices. Social. Some of you guys might think of social as merely Facebook and Twitter, which is an important part of it. But what some people fail to realize is that social is much more than that. Take, for example, IBM's Connexa human capital management system. A huge part of that is its social component. From the time a prospective employee applies at a company, Connexa will socialize and engage with them and talk to them about that company. In addition to when that employee becomes a new employee on day one, these social environments that Connexa creates through employee blogs and groups allows that employee to get up to speed quicker and provide value to the company at a lesser cost. So social is not just what you see on Facebook and Twitter, but how you interact with companies and your fellow colleagues. The next thing I want to talk about is cloud. So mobile and social generate vast amounts of data. In fact, 2.5 quintillion bytes of data are created daily. And that accounts for, over the last 2 years, 90% of the world's data. Think about that. 90% of the world's data in the last 2 years. So where are we going to store it all? Part of IBM's strategic initiative is something called the Global Integrated Enterprise, which essentially is companies should do one thing and one thing only. For example, Nike makes shoes. They're good at that. They should not be managing data. So that's where cloud comes in. Cloud allows companies to focus on their core mission and not managing data. It allows people to rent space and have them manage and secure the data. Cloud actually is built into three separate portions. You have a private cloud, which is managed by the client. There is software that, like our Smart Cloud Orchestrator, that can manage their own private cloud on-premise. There's a hybrid cloud, which is very popular with our government agencies, that they want to manage portions of their highly sensitive data. Banks also need to do this as well, on-site, privately by their own employees. But their cheaper, less sensitive data can be stored on a public cloud, hence the hybrid cloud. And then there's the fully public cloud IBM software, which we've invested billions of dollars in over the last couple of years and are in 24 of the top 25 Fortune companies in the world. So now that you've generated all your data through mobile, social, and you've stored it in the cloud, what are you going to do with it? Our CEO, Ginny Rometty, thinks of data, big data, as a natural resource. But without the analytics to actually look at it and make sense of it, that data in the cloud is useless. IBM's Watson is taking big data, vast amounts of data, at the World Bank to help fight Ebola and provide business development in underdeveloped countries. This would not be possible without software such as Watson that can make sense of these huge amounts of data and identify patterns so that companies and agencies can proactively engage threats and opportunities. So you created the data, you've stored it, and you've analyzed it. The last step is securing it. Security is extremely important in today's world. On average, the average IT breach in North America costs a company $3.5 million, or $145 per user that records were breached. IBM is working tirelessly to become the market leader and is the market leader in security. Some of our products that we have, like our QRadar, provide real-time analytics and visibility into hackers and threats into the IT environment. I talked about that mobile device. Gartner said by 2017, 50% of all employees will be bringing their own device to work. This is important to know because these devices have to be secured. And IBM's Mass 360 does just that, and we're in about just every single one of the federal agencies when it comes to securing employees, BYOD, bring your own device, devices to work. So that's CAMSS in a nutshell. That's what it means to me and how they're interconnected. Just to recap, mobile and social, creating tons of data that we've never seen before. Our big data analytics platform, making sense of that, storing it on the cloud, and then securing it for our agencies and companies. Thank you, and I hope this presentation was very beneficial to you guys.